Hello Scorpio, welcome. Well, for now, let's see with these first cards that this person has quite a few doubts about movement. I see doubts and a bit of discomfort towards acting. I see this person a bit closed in suffering or in a problem or in sadness, but I see a bit of armor, of protecting themselves, of withdrawing, of being silent and suffering. And I give turns to my pain, to my problem, to my circumstance. So, all this has to do with the fact that right now this person is not thinking much about anything related to you, not very predisposed to act or to seek or take action. Why? Because this person is preoccupied with something. It may have to do with you, but it may also be some kind of personal problem, some circumstance of their own. I perceive a person who puts on armor, who closes in on themselves, who revolves in suffering, gets into the loop of thinking the same thing all the time, and not finding the solution, or not seeing the way out, seeing everything as quite complicated, a bit like a mental movie. And I see that this person, besides contributing little at the moment, also allows little to come in. So, ultimately, a person enclosed in themselves or going through a complicated circumstance, having a hard time because of a personal, work-related, or family problem, well, that person becomes a bit more introverted, keeps to themselves, focusing on their own matters. So, they're not contributing outwardly or to you much, they're interacting minimally. It's scarcity and crumbs, that's what I see. Now, let's see what more the cards tell us because, for now, as the first thing, we've seen this. I feel that this person is going through some sort of rough patch or family problem that they have to resolve, and indeed, until they resolve it, this person won't be able to act or restart, or activate a bit more in their daily life, in their more personal life. I feel it's something familial. Their marriage if they're married, or with their children. But it could also be a problem with their parents, or in the family realm, some circumstance. So, the cards tell me that for this person, it's extremely important to first resolve and feel good about the problem that's currently affecting them. Until they manage to rebalance and re-establish their safe place, their stability, their equilibrium, and their security concerning this problem, they won't be ready or willing to, let's say, venture out into the external world again, to take action, to put intention and effort into the rest of their circumstances or the rest of the people that compose their life, because their priority is family, or personal. But the cards do tell me that this problem will eventually be resolved, this problem that's making them somewhat withdrawn or introverted will be solved. Once this person stops focusing so much on their problem, because as this person starts emerging, they will fill all that mental space they were leaving behind with thoughts of you, with memories. Now, onto the cards. They're telling us more or less the same thing we've just seen. It's a person who will have to release a complicated moment, a difficult situation, solve some kind of conflict in their life. And the problem might not be as difficult or as complicated as this person believes because they tend to get too caught up in their mental movie, feeling like the victim of the situation. This person might suffer excessively from a circumstance that, simply by opening their eyes and looking from another perspective, could be resolved much more quickly. Perhaps that's why this problem becomes a bit heavy and dense, and perhaps you feel that this person is distancing themselves, becoming less present. It could even be that the only conversations you have with their situation, and they can't see beyond that. So, they might not provide much to you, being very closed off in that limited mentality. The next card speaks of patience, but let me clarify this patience. It means that this person has to live their own process. It might take them longer than it would take someone else, even you, to resolve this conflict because this person might not be very mindful, might be too caught up in their mind, not very spiritually connected, not spiritually worked on. So, in any complicated circumstance, everything might seem too overwhelming and too complicated for them, hence the patience is about living through the process. And you also have to allow this person to go through this process and this situation. That means, yes, be patient with them, but while you're patient, allow yourself to continue creating, manifesting, and developing your own experiences. Isn't this reading beautiful and how the cards are unfolding? This person has to be reborn, has to start anew after difficulty, after all the storms, chaos, and turbulence, there always comes a new dawn, a rebirth. There's always light, new paths. This is because this person is at a point of ascension, personal growth, evolution, and transformation. So, after a problem, and from a difficulty always comes a moment of personal growth, and this is what is happening to this person. So, you shouldn't intervene, you should allow divine cycles and times to act as they should. But meanwhile, keep following your own path, your own ascent, and your own rebirth. Ultimately, as we've seen in the reading, this person will realize that you can't live imprisoned in your thoughts. You can't live a victimized life, thinking that everyone else is happier than you, that everyone else has much more than you do, because in the end, we're all in, and we all hold the reins of our lives in our hands to decide whether to stay imprisoned or to launch ourselves into life and live it. So, this is the turning point where this person closes a cycle, allows what has happened to be released, and takes back control of their life and moves forward. So, Yellowstone, that has been your reading. I sincerely hope you liked it, I loved it, and I hope it served you. Sending you a big kiss, and now let's wrap up and move on to the next option, option 2. Yellowstone, we're with you. Let's see what your person will do regarding you, or what they will do towards you. Let's see, what will your person do, Yellowstone? Let's see. Upon just laying the first card, I've sensed, it hasn't been a visual, it's just come to me, I'm going to pick a fight with you. I don't know why, but that's the information that's come to me. I'm going to pick a fight, but it's like a fight or an emotional disagreement. And the truth is, I felt like it's all related to a third person. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean there's infidelity, it could be, but it's not 100% infidelity. But I've seen some sort of argument or fight arising because of a third person, either due to jealousy, a misunderstanding, or because there's a third person interested in you or your person, leading to a dispute. Because there are thoughts and ideas of deception, like, they're going to deceive me, or they've been deceiving me, or they've had the intention to deceive me or lie to me, or there's something they've lied to me about, they're not entirely sincere. So, I can't exactly tell you who feels deceived and who creates this anger, Yellowstone, because I felt the information very neutrally, very neutral. I haven't